What are you considering as the top issues for this Senate race, and in particular about the issue with parents?
You know, it was so great to see so many parents here today, and you heard them. I mean, they are struggling, and they need a senator who's going to stand up for their issues. You heard about the fact that so many of these parents need formula, and we had a congressman who voted against increasing the supply of baby formula. I mean, so many of these parents need the formula such that their babies really need it in order to stay alive. So these are extreme measures, and it's important to have a senator who's going to put North Carolina first. Child care is a real issue. Families need it, but also it's going to help our economy when parents can get back to work. And we know that so many families really do need paid family leave. So there are a lot of issues that they want the next United States Senator to address.
And then this whole issue about critical race theory. Where do you come in on that issue in terms of how important you think it'll be for the race?
You know, I certainly know that parents have the right to really be engaged in their children's schooling and education. We all want the very best for our children. We also want to make sure that we are telling an accurately historical perspective of our nation and of our world. I know that we've got to be mindful that there are some leaders who are stoking on this issue, and we've got to be really clear about what the issues are. We want to make sure that our kids have a good education. Most parents, all parents really feel that way, and we don't need to be distracted by what the real issues are for parents. You know, I don't know Ted Budd. What I do know is that actions speak louder than words. I know that Congressman Budd voted against the opportunity to increase baby formula for babies here in North Carolina. I know he voted against increasing veterans pay, and he voted against infrastructure legislation that would have brought good paying jobs to North Carolina, and he voted against expanding health care for people here in this state. I mean, we need somebody who's going to put North Carolina first, not special interests. As a former judge, I can tell you that when people speak, it's important to evaluate what they say, but also what they do. And so I'm prepared to put North Carolina first. I've always done it in my 30 years of service to the people of this state. And I will also take the values of hard work and faith and integrity to the United States Senate.
And how well do you feel like what you just said will resonate with voters compared with the things that obviously are stirring people up into cultural wars and things like that?
You know, as we're traveling across the state, really listening to the kinds of concerns that people have about what they want to see in the next United States Senator, what we know is that people are concerned about the issues. What they're not concerned about is petty partisan politics. They want the next United States Senator to lift us up, to bring us together and not to tear us down. And so we've been really excited about the energy surrounding my race, and that people really are excited about being supportive of my candidacy.
Do you anticipate appealing to the suburban voter that seems to be the one that ends up making a difference in statewide races?
You know, we are traveling across the state, and I'm so very thankful to be the Democratic nominee in this race, and I'm very thankful to the voters who supported me. You know, I've had statewide races before successfully. I had a district court race as a young mom when people doubted that I could win the race, and we won that race by 30 points. I had a successful statewide election in 2008 and won in 14. And 2014 was a very difficult year for Democrats, and I was successful in that race. You know, we're traveling across the state. We are meeting voters in community centers and backyards and places of worship, and really listening to the kinds of issues that they have. And we're really investing in voters and really leaving no stone unturned. We're really prepared to fight for voters all across North Carolina, from our biggest cities to our smallest towns.